So I imagine that will be kind of the core conceit of how that game plays out is, dude, what the fuck?
Ray Wise did it.
I would really like it if Ray Wise just voiced a character in that game.
Yeah.
Just give me a little bit of that.
Should I watch Twin Peaks?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Clearly.
Well,
At least the first season.
No.
We should have a Twin Peaks party.
Sure.
All right.
Marathon.
I'd love to hear what you guys think of Twin Peaks.
All right. It holds up. In other words, I mean, it's still relevant. Or
Does that
is it timeless, I guess, is what I'm asking?
It was weird then,
Yeah.
so it'd be weird now. You know, I think you'd have to consider that it came out, like, was it 90, 91?
Around there.
Yeah.
But there are so many cultural references to Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
kind of like to know the source.
Totally.
Sure. And I think it's whether
Yeah,
it probably
it doesn't necessarily reference a ton of other stuff from that time that would seem dated. So
there's just, I guess maybe just production value stuff.
yeah, production value stuff,
that
and he
era.
talks into a mini tape recorder instead of a mini digital recorder.
I feel like still, it never went away. People comparing things to Twin Peaks, so it'd be nice.
Well, it's
to
just like the
finally know
surreal
the
mystery,
origins.
like the combining, the police procedural with the weird and fucking completely inexplicable.
Did it ever end, or it just stopped? Like,
Did it get canceled?
They wrapped it up,
Fire Walk with Me, the movie, was supposed to be like them wrapping it up, but
but it was actually a prequel.
right.
So
so there are still questions. You can go on the internet and talk about.
Well,
it.
the second season got real weird.
Yeah.
like David Lynch
it got weird in a way where you're like, okay, they actually don't know what they're doing. But yeah, they did wrap it up to some extent. I mean, you know who killed Laura Palmer. Like that's kind of where that show.
Yeah,
like once they revealed that and then kind of kept going, you're like, eh.
They had to start inventing more new weird shit
Yeah.
to have happen in Twin Peaks, and
Yeah.
second season doesn't necessarily stand up so well, I don't think, but first season there
are 2 seasons.
It's a good piece of business. There are 2 seasons.
Okay. Yeah, let's watch it.
I could watch a lot of young Sherilyn Fenn
Sure,
doing just about anything.
and Tim Tracy. So yeah, Alan Wake preview up on the site. I despite not being like mechanically impressed with that game necessarily, still really want to play it because I'm very intrigued by the storytelling.
That's so weird because that feels like the inverse of what made Max Payne so amazing, which was like a
part of
pretty
Max
good
Payne's
story,
amazingness
but
was the tone. Like the story was
Yeah.
okay.
But the thing I remember about Max Payne was holy shit bullet time. Like
Right.
you can slow down the action while you're shooting at guys.
It had both. Like it kind of had both.
But I felt like that was what really propelled that game.
Certainly.
The crazy radical mechanics that they
leaping through the
like
air.
so it's weird to hear that Alan Wake has nothing like that.
Well, not that maybe they've shown.
I mean, it's got a hook as far as kind of. It's not just a standard third person shooter.
You're talking about like the light mechanics.
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah,
Like
but
there is an
you know,
angle on it, but it is not as. It doesn't seem, at least, as revelatory.
And they're Energizer batteries, so
Oh yeah, didn't mention that, but the batteries are branded Energizer.
Huh.
Like weird product placement.
Interesting.
How is the visual in the actual game? Because all I've seen in the trailers, really. Like, does anything stand out? Or
I think they do like kind of atmosphere of dark, spooky woods. I think the flashlight stuff looks good. Like their lighting,
blow you out of
their
the water or
lighting
anything?
systems look all right. I was not in water while I was playing it. I was just sitting on a couch.
who the hell was I talking to then?
is it a Western developed Silent Hill?
That's a great question. I guess we'll have to see how the story plays out.
No.
But it definitely has more shooting.
Who's
Right.
Laura Palmer?
What?
Who's Laura Palmer?
She's a high school girl who got murdered.
Bummer.
Don't ask questions.
There's
Just
a letter
watch
under
it.
her fingernail.
Wrapped in
Ew.
plastic.
Stop. I want to see this.
That's like first scene.
all right. All right.
Who killed
I'm telling you
her?
anything that the pilot isn't going to tell you. I can tell you who killed her, and that would tell you.
Tell me more about
But
that.
even if I
I've
told you,
made it-
even if I told you who killed her out of context, that wouldn't even make it.
Yeah.
Goddamn
Yeah, but then I would
fucking
know
sense.
when I watched it.
But you really even wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
Come on. I've made it 20 years.
I'm not going to. I'm just
Give me
saying.
another, give me
really
another
20
week.
I just want to
years,
I'm
dude.
just trying to impress upon you how weird Twin Peaks is.
Yeah.
You said the pilot killed her.
All right.